Could you please introduce yourself, your job and your role?
Hi, I am Mike Tregent. I am a chartered environmentalist and I currently work with the Environment Agency in their environment and business team, where I do waste strategy and lead on waste planning.
What is your role in CfCA?
Within the collective, I am the lead for communications, but being a collective, lots of people do lots of wonderful things on communications, and I'm really proud of what they do.
So when did you first become aware of the climate issues we're currently facing, and how do you think that's shaped the work you're doing now?
It might sound corny, but I've been aware of climate change since I was a teenager, and that was a long time ago. Partly through my parents, partly through our school having quite a forward-looking attitude to education. We discussed those things and it stayed with me.
Thank you. What led you to join the collective in the first place?
I was one of the founder members of the collective. It was a group that formed off the back of our social media and experiences, talking to each other. I posted quite a lot of stuff to our internal chat and blog posts, and got invited to join that one.
What do you think you hope to achieve through the collective or working with them?
Lots of things. One is to create an effective network that can actually affect outcomes and be impactful in terms of fighting climate change, but also as a supportive group and as a place to learn. I think all of those things are equally important.
And for other people that might want to join, what do you think is the best part of being in the collective for you?
Bad news that we see. What I'm doing is saying to people, look, here's reality. How do we deal with that reality in the most positive way? How do we support each other, and how do we use the science to get results? How do we influence people? I think this is about being partly politically and economically more savvy and making our knowledge count.
Yeah. And what do you think are the key messages that people as individuals need to hear about climate change?
Well, I think it's on two levels. I think there's this thing about sharing the small things we do that make us feel that we're contributing personally. But there's also the big ticket issues, and that's what I was saying about being doing stuff in terms of climate change. It's about the big ticket issues. It's about agriculture. It's about energy and transport. It's about behaviours globally, and how the political system responds to public pressure from increasing knowledge, and we want to be part of that. So I think those are the sort of big ticket issues, the deforestation, and everything stems from that. And I think it's about getting people to translate the small actions they take into bigger actions, and that's where collectivism is a wonderful thing.
And do you feel that you're doing enough for climate change yourself?
In terms of the crisis, I guess it would be easy to be subsumed by it and say you can never do enough. But that's taking a very individualistic stance. If all of us do something, we've made a big change. And I think that's the key to the collective, that we can share those experiences and what we do and feel like we're making bigger progress than just individual. On a personal basis, I try, but I have a family and you see things going on, you think, oh, I wish I could do more about that. But on the other hand, you have to live together and change together. So again, it's about, if you like, the family being a part of the collective as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so we can't all do everything, obviously. Talking about climate change being one of the biggest threats to humanity at the moment, do you think that's something that you personally realised quite recently, or is that something you've always been aware of?
I think it goes back quite a long way that you see the damage that's being done. And I've worked in public service for over 40 years. So I've always been plugged into the information in whatever job that I do. So it's always been there, and it's palpable that it's become more critical.
Yeah, of course. To just round up the conversation that we're having, do you have any last messages for anyone who might want to join or who's just joined the collective?
I just think the more people that join the collective, the more we can do. The important things for us are, inclusion and diversity. So, don't be afraid to join. Don't be afraid to speak out. Everyone's voice needs to be heard, and this is how we'll make change.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Mike. It was great talking to you.
No, thank you.